Hi everyone, welcome to The Positivity Boss, a channel where we help young women create the life of their dreams through a focus on mindset, goal setting, and leadership. Today we're talking about the topic, how to reduce stress. Now this topic is something that I have dealt with and I've had to figure out ways to deal with, and I'm sure you have too. So I want to give you the best ways that I know on how to reduce stress. So the first step is acknowledging and realizing that you can't control other people, you can only control your own thoughts and your own behaviors. So even if the most horrible things happen to you, you can't go back in time and stop them from happening. You can't go forward and stop them from happening. A lot of things are outside our control. That includes how people act around us, how people treat us, how people make us feel, and honestly, you can be the nicest person in the world and people will still be horrible to you. So you really have to realize that, and once you realize that no matter what you do, you can't control the other person, then you let go of that need to control the situation and you understand that you have full control over how you react. So even if someone does the most annoying and horrible thing to you, you just have to realize that it's building your patience, it's building your resilience, and that's what you need in order to go forward in life. And you can choose to yell back at them, or you can choose to simply forgive them. You see, when you hold this revenge and this anger in your heart, it only hurts you because that other person really doesn't care. They're just a mean, horrible person. But when you're holding that resentment in your heart, it just hurts you even more. So one of the best things I ever did was just forgive. Forgive everyone that's hurt me, forgive everyone that's bullied me, forgive everyone that's tried to just bring me down. And once I let go of that, it was like a huge weight was taken off my heart because I no longer was holding all that hate in my heart. I just let it go. I just said, I acknowledge what's happened, but I forgive them, and I don't wish badly for them. I wish the best for them. And that's really how you'll be able to let go of the stress of dealing with other the things other people do to you, and dealing with the way other people treat you. The stress of that, you can just let it go by practicing forgiveness about it. The second thing, which ties into you can't control other things and other people, is to get out of the negative environment that you're in. If you're in a negative environment, let's say at home, and it's causing you a lot of stress, I know this was the case for me. I would just not go home. I would just go sit in a coffee shop, or just go in an environment which filled me with positive energy instead of the draining energy. If you know that you're going to go somewhere and something is going to bother you, like the dirtiness of the kitchen is going to bother you, you can just A, get out of that environment, or B, forgive and just let it go, because that anger that you're holding is what is causing you all this stress, and you just want to be able to let it go. Now I know it's hard. It's still hard for me too sometimes when people are really mean to me, but I just know that if I continue to think badly of them or hold that hurt in my heart, that it only hurts me even more. So the next tip is practice gratitude. Now I have a whole video about this, a quick one about how I practice gratitude every day. But really the point is that once you get into a state of gratitude, you're not really focusing on all the bad things anymore, because once, for example, you just think about 10 things you're grateful for. I'm grateful for my clothes, I'm grateful for my healthy food, I'm grateful for my warm home, I'm grateful for my friends, I'm grateful for my parents, I'm grateful for my education. See, like right now I'm automatically in a better state because I'm like, wow, so much to be grateful for. And no matter how rough your life is right now, I'm sure you can think of a couple of things. I'm grateful for the sunshine, you know? So once you feel all this stress just coming onto you and all this anger, instead of responding to that in your heart, just start with gratitude. Just list 10 things. And you'll find that once you start doing that, a lot of that stress goes away. This is literally how I've dealt with just having anxiety attacks and just being completely destabilized by my stress. Next tip is positive affirmations. Once you say something enough times, and once you see it enough times, you start to believe it. And this is because your thoughts really control your reality. So I used to think so much, and I don't know why, but I used to think everyone hates me, I have no friends, and I would just think this and be like, I have no friends, why don't I have friends? Why am I not good enough to have friends, you know? And then I read You Are a Badass, and it was like all these positive affirmations, and I was like, well, I don't really think this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try it out. So I programmed my phone, and I got this app called Affirmations, and the app says different affirmations to you throughout the day, and you can program which ones you want. So one of mine is, I am surrounded by kind, supportive people who would love to be my friends. And I just say this, and I just see it come on my phone, and I'm like, oh, okay, and it makes me feel happy. And that's all reality really is. It's your thoughts, right? So I just changed my thoughts to think I'm surrounded by people who would love to be my friends, because in reality, like, there isn't a world just walking around hating you. Like, it's your own thoughts. You're the one who thinks that everyone hates you, right? And it's really sad what we can do to ourselves when we keep thinking that, like how much stress that puts us under mentally. Because literally in December, I go around thinking, I hate where I live, I have no friends, I have no idea what I'm doing with my life, and these thoughts constantly on repeat throughout my mind. So obviously I was just always stressed. I got like the worst acne, I had panic attacks, like it was bad. And once I realized that I'm in control of my thoughts, I was able to change all that. I woke up grateful. I practice gratitude every day. I fill my mind with the thoughts that I want my reality to be. And since reality is just your own perception of the world, that's all it really is. And once you realize that, it's like the secret to life, really, the secret to happiness is interpreting things in the way that you want. So my last tip is acknowledge when your lower self is speaking. So we all have two selves, right? We have the higher self, which is the self we are when we're at our happiest, where we feel confident, where we believe in ourselves, where we feel like we can take on the world. And unfortunately, we also have a lower self. Now, the lower self is the self that kicks in when you're sending an important email, and the lower self says, who do you think you are to send this email to this person? Why do you think they would ever respond to you? You're not qualified enough, you're not smart enough. Like, all of those thoughts, right? And for so many of us, we just let that lower self be the self that controls us. And once you realize you really have these two selves, that's why you go through like mood swings and you experience all these different emotions, because these two selves are competing with each other. Once you acknowledge the lower self, you can control it. Now, you can't always control it. The lower self still comes up, but now, once it comes up, I can think, okay, that's my lower self, and I can choose not to listen to it because I know it's my lower self. Whereas before, I just thought it was me. You know? That's one of the most powerful things that I've learned recently, and I wanted to share that with you. So there you go. This is kind of a longer video, but I hope that the tips I shared today help you deal with stress. I don't know if you're under the type of chronic stress I was under, but this is kind of for that. I hope this helps you with both like short-term stress and long-term stress. These are the best tips that I have that I've used, and I'm just sharing my story here. I love you. I wish you the best in everything. And if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please subscribe and leave a like and comment so this video can get out to more people and help more people with their stress. And if you know someone that would appreciate hearing this message, please send it to them. And why don't you comment below one thing that you do when you're stressed in order to calm yourself down. Alright guys, I love you. Have an amazing day.